Hey everyone, this is Jesse here at Jesse Lee Strength and Fitness. So we're on this run program here. This was run number 8, and I actually finished that a little bit earlier today. It was a beautiful day, the warmest day of the run so far. So I was able to run suns out, guns out, which was really fun. That means shirts off, okay. 5K program, the Garmin Connect app. This is the Jeff Galloway program, and my 8th run. So I felt really good today. I had a little bit of a left toe injury kind of flare up. I don't know whether it was the lunges that I did on Sunday or it's the shoes. So I've been trying out the Brooks Hyperion, and it's a really ultralight shoe, but I typically run in a Brooks Ghost. I ran on my last run was the Brooks Hyperion. I felt this left toe issue a little bit, and today I ran in the Brooks Ghost, and there was no left toe issue. So I'm either dealing with a small strain, or it's just my feet aren't really loving the Brooks Hyperion. But we're going to just continue to dose it and just see if there's any issues. I don't think it's a long-term problem. I just think it's something that kind of flared up. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Today's run warm-up was a 12-minute warm-up, okay? And so I break down the warm-up into a walk-run situation. So I did 2-minute walk, an 8-minute jog, and a 2-minute walk, okay? And then I transition into my cadence drills, 30 seconds of high footfalls, fast pace, and 30 seconds of recovery walk. I do that 3 times. So the goal then on the cadence drills is getting as many steps as you can per minute, in between 150 and 200. I looked down at my watch a few times and I was in that like 195. I definitely felt a little bit, just a little bit fatigued, but I have transitioned my training program, and I'll talk to you about that in a moment. And then on the cool down, I did 2-minute walk, 3-minute jog, and a 2-minute walk. And for the total, I basically was pretty much the exact same distance as my last exercise. It looked just like this. So 2.31 was a total, or 2.30 was a total, 2.31. So basically the same. I was a little faster on my drills, so that's good. That's a good quality metric. That is nice, an improvement. But it's the same exact workup as that, and so it's kind of nice. And I just would encourage you, if you are doing it, just looking into the other details, some other things, steps per minute, yada, yada. So really felt good. And the one major thing that has changed as I was reflecting on my last year's run training, I track all of my workouts. And last year I kind of switched. So my squat and bench day, basically what I did yesterday was I did single leg RDLs with the kettlebell. I did kettlebell Cossack squats, and then I did some lightweight high bar back squat, and I did that 2 times around, and then I finished off with some bench press and some push-ups, and then 6-point carries. So my squat and bench day will kind of look like that. Single leg workouts, mostly kettlebell, some barbell work just to keep the pattern. And I'll keep the weights fairly light, keep the reps in between 8 to 12. That's the kind of thing that I'm going to do right now to support this. So, right, the main thing now is shifting to this, whereas the wintertime, the main thing was the lifts. So those were heavier, grindier, trying to get as strong as possible. And then on my deadlift day, the plan is to continue to touch the deadlift. I'm going to be training mostly conventional, maybe pulling some sumo deadlifts and doing some variations of overhead pressing. So either barbell pressing, kettlebell pressing, half kneeling, landmine press, those types of things, and core work. So those will kind of be the main 2 other factors. And on the Sacred Sunday, we'll do some hip thrust and some dumbbell work and some single leg squatting, either lunging or split squats. So that's kind of what the training program is going to look like. On the deadlifting days, I'll probably do no more than probably sets of 3, and probably no more than a total of 4 to 5 sets. And if I do a heavy pull, it'll be a single just to maintain the strength and the stimulus, and then backing down. So keeping that volume there, but minimal, just so I could focus on the craft of the movement, but not worrying about running a big strength progression, making sure that I'm maintaining the strength, but not really growing it. That way, when it comes into the season in the fall and winter, I'll have the groove will still be there, and I'll be able to transition to some different kind of loading patterns. Okay, so that's the kind of the gist of the training program, and now would say I am in full season running. This is the 8th run. Last year, I didn't really transition till a really true running program till the 15th run. So this year, I'm making the transition earlier, and I think it's going to pay off. Okay. All right. Well, let me know if you have any questions. Really excited about kind of where I'm at with the training now that I've transitioned more to the running. I can really focus on that. And the weightlifting is just going to be a supporting act. All right. Have a great day.